So last week, Gothic Remake has been released. Let's talk about it. I played the game for like 25 hours right now, so I'm not nearly done with the game and I have not experienced everything, but I'm decent chunk into the game. I saw quite a lot from the game that I can compare it to the first one, the vibe that I'm having as of right now. First and foremost, when I started, I was skeptical, right? Because you are remaking something that was done 25 years ago. I have a nostalgia towards it, so there is a lot of things that can go wrong, right? I have to say, when I launched the game, I set up everything. I went into the game. There was an issue with the graphic settings, so the Alchemia overdose or whatever it is, the highest maximum settings. Even when my 5080 was unable to run, and it was like a slideshow. I don't know. I might test it again, but it was not greatest. So I went back to the Gothic setting, which is the highest before experimental, which is the Alchemia overdose, and then went fine. Right after it started and the cinematic where they walking you in the colony where the game is supposed to happen, right? I will not spoil anything much from the game or from the story, but the beginning was great. Especially that's the part that they have to nail, right? That's the first part, the start of the game, and it have to be good. And I have to say, yeah, it passed the bar. I was satisfied. I was like, yeah, we are back. What's up? I met the Diego again, right? That I have not seen for a while. So that was amazing. And the welcome to the colony, which is the line that they did deliver to you, why they'll deliver you to your niece, is just great. So at the beginning, I had perfect time with the game. I was like, yeah, we are back. All right, let's go. So that was my first impressions when I started. We are going from there. Now, I was saying the nostalgia hit me really fast. Like, it was similar, right? The vibe was kind of similar, even though the graphics are absolutely in a different spot. So you can't really compare that. You will not feel at home at all because it's different. There is a lot of systems that are working different. The combat is working different. You don't have to click the mouse button and W just to enter the chest. You don't have to have sword sheathed if you want to pick up anything on the ground, because you can do it with your sword in the hand. So all those small details that in 25 years ago was not done, they are translated to nowadays standards, and I feel that it's working well. I have to say that they kept some of the junk, some of the like a stiffness of the movement and the dodging and everything. It's not really smooth as like a Wukong or any action RPG of that caliber. You're not jumping around and everything is battery smooth, because that was not the thing, and I feel it's a good thing. I don't know. It's maybe because I have those connections to the past, but to me it feels right that they kept it somewhat stiff around the edges. You know what I mean? Also, what I have to mention right away is the soundtrack. They kept the original soundtrack of the Gothic one, and I think that's a brilliant idea, just to remaster it, just to do it again, but keep it same, because I feel again that for a lot of people that soundtrack will hit hard, hit home. Who not heard it because they never played Gothic 1, I feel it's a great ambience. I think it's giving something to the game that it's supposed to be there, so why to exclude it? One thing that you will get immediately after you arrive, or after the first cutscene and you will arrive into the world, you will realize one thing, and that is nobody cares about you. You are nobody. You are one of the many. You are the slave that is coming into the colony, into the system that already there, and you are like a passenger there, and you are asking the question, what's going on here? Where can I go? Who can I visit? Who can I teach from? And they are just not interested to giving you those answers. As I was saying at the beginning, the famous scene or whatever it is, Diego will tell you, hey, I'm Diego, and you're like, I am, and you want to give him your name, but he's like, I'm not interested to know who you are. Like, I don't care about your name. And that's where you are like a nameless hero. You never will mention your name again, and it's brilliant because it's showing you as a player, as a person playing the game, that you are like nobody. That you are there to discover and be humble a little bit before you will get to the good stuff, that you are really powerful and slaying enemies and stuff. So that's brilliant. Even with the enemies that you will meet right away, I'm playing on the hard difficulty. That was not a thing 25 years ago. There was only one difficulty, if I remember correctly. Yeah, prove me wrong, I don't know. But it feels that the first enemy you will meet, you have to be cautious. One hit and half of your HP is out. You feel like, oh my god, this is is not a joke. This is real. I have to focus. And with every single combat that is coming your way, it's kind of that kind of approach. Because everything feels dangerous. When you go into the forest and you will see, I don't know, creature that you have not witnessed before, and you're like, okay, let's test the waters, let's save, let's go, and it will just hit you with one hit and you're dead. And you're like, oh my god, I will not get to you anytime soon. Like, I have to find different creatures or different stuff that I will fight. And that's a really cool, you have the open world, right? You can go whenever you please. But it's not really that obvious because there are things that are dangerous. They will slay you. So you are kind of going around and you see this type of creature that you are no way near to be able to handle it. And you're like, okay, let's not go this way. Let's go somewhere where are the lesser creatures and I will be able to progress through. And that's kind of interesting how they are kind of navigate you through the world. Areas of the world that are kind of forbidden for you at that time. Yeah, they just will put their really strong creature and you are like, okay, I'm not going there. Which is amazing. That's really cool. I really like it. There is no barrier. There is nobody standing. You can go, but you will realize, yeah, this is not the way that I should go. Immediately after that, I have to mention the night and day cycles. Like, the night is really night. Like, you can't see anything. You will go into the forest, it's a night, and you have a pitch black screen. You can literally see nothing. And you will just go for the torches like, okay, I can see the path, I can get somewhere. So the night is really nasty. You are feeling alone in the night. So when you hear some kind of crackling or monster be nearby, oh yeah, it's not pleasant. And also, that's the same goes for caves. All the caves are scary as hell because you can really feel the wall of the black before you enter. So you are like cautious. Is there a really scary creature? Is just a small cave that is going a little bit to the right and there is nothing else? What is going on? And it's keeping you on the edge. I absolutely love it. So when you will go at the beginning through the game, you are trying to get yourself, accustomed to the new colony, to the new city and everything like that in the world. You will figure it out that when there is nights going on, you need to sleep. But the thing is, you can't sleep anywhere. You can't skip time. You can't do that. You have to wait it out like a real life, and it's taking quite some time, or you have to find a bed for yourself. The problematic part is that you can't sleep in any bed. When there is a red bed, yeah, you can't sleep there. And it's just for the simple fact that they will wake you up. When you go into the one house and you will lay down that you will want to spend there a night, they will just wake you up and you're just wasting time. It will take you like 30 seconds before you will lay down. It will just go dark and then it's just go white again and you have to just wake up because there is someone standing next to you. I was like, hey, get out of my house. So you have to really find a bed at the beginning of the game to be able to even like sleep through the night and to go for right. You want to be going and do things in the daylight because as I was saying, the nighttime is really a nighttime. So that's cool that you have to figure it this simple thing where I will be sleeping. And when you find in the world the bed that is kind of free or possible to sleep in, you are like, oh, this is the spot. This is the spot that I have to remember. And whenever you are somewhere in the world, you have those spots in your mind. It's like, okay, what is the closest bed that I can get into? That's a kind of nice thing to think about as a world building, Where is the bed that I can sleep in? And also the NPCs. In some games, for sure, the scheduling of the NPCs and everything like that. But what I like in this game when you go, and it was there in 25 years ago, which is absolutely crazy. When you went into the house, they just immediately go for the weapon. And they are just telling you, get out of here. Get out of here. And even if you don't do that, they will just start attacking you. But they will not kill you. They will just put you down and steal your shit. They will just take your things from your pockets and like, hey, don't do it again. And you're like, oh, damn, you're loading or you are just living with this. And I feel it's so nice. It's just giving you that punishment for trespassing or whatever. Or when you go with unsheathed weapon, they will start attacking you after a while. You just can't do that. NPCs will not talk to you just because you broken the rules, which is, I like it. I like that threatening world that again, I'm returning to the world that it doesn't care about you at all. Also, two things that are really tied together. What I I really love in RPGs is when you can collect all the things in the world. I am the hoarder person. I am seeing things. I am seeing toothpick. I am seeing brush. I am seeing bucket. I want it in my inventory. I hate the weight system in games. Like, you know, okay, it's set up in the reality. You can't really have 20,000 buckets in your pockets. It's just, it doesn't make sense because you can't really have everything in your pockets. In this game, you can have everything, and I just absolutely love it. But on the opposite side, there is not that like a crazy amount of things that you can pick up. And also, what is really tied to it is the rough economy of the game. You are trading with other people with nuggets that you are the colony, the mining colony is there to mine. So you are trading with the currency that the whole colony is there for. What is really cool about it is that you can find, for example, cool swords and everything like that. You can have a lot of stuff in your inventory, but that doesn't mean that you have a lot of money. Because, for example, for learning new skills and everything, you need ore. You need the ore as a currency to be able to hand someone. But the problem is, when you go to the trader and you want to give them the stuff, they don't have enough ore. They just don't have enough money for you. So you have the items and you are trying to get them out of your inventory, because when you find someone who have a little bit of ore, you're like, okay, what can I give you to get the currency to be able to use it later? So I feel like that I never get to the point that I have so much stuff in my inventory, because I'm always trading it in. I am trying to get the stuff from some random cave, go to the city and just get rid of it to get my ore. And it's really cool. It's really working. And, you know, I just love that I can loot everything. That's what it comes down to. One of the hot topics when the Gothic remake was released was lockpicking. Lockpicking in this game is not easy. It's just, it's a logical thing that you have to do. And, because you have to be like a sneaky about it, it's not really convenient, right? There is a place that you are moving, and it's like when you move one place to the right, other plate will move to the left, and you kind of have to solve the puzzle every time you're doing this mini game to be able to get to the loot. And if you will mess up 2 times, you will break the lock. So I spent like an hour on one chest, or I don't know, 45 minutes maybe, that I'm going through this chest. There was like a 5 plates or 6 plates. I had only one pick lock, and I could do 2 mistakes or 1 mistake, and then the second one will be broken. I was loading all the time. I was trying to get through it and remember what is moving what, which is, for a lot of people, is absolutely frustrating, right? I absolutely understand that, where you're coming from. But what the devs said about it is like, hey, we have to stress a lot. When you invest points into the lockpicking, it will get progressively easier. I don't think that's an approach that many of the games nowadays going for, because take it from the opposite side. The game is not saying that you can't do that, because in other RPGs you will approach the locked chest and you will try to lockpick the chest, and it will say, hey, lockpicking in like insufficient. You don't have 35 points in lockpicking. You can't do that. And you're like, god damn it, let's move on, because you are not, or you have not master lockpicker, so you can't go for this type of chest because they have the really strong locks. In this game, you can do this. You can go and lockpick whatever chest you are. There is nothing that will stop you. You can try, but it's relatable to a real world. If you will have the pick lock and you will go to the lock, you don't know what to do. Like, you are clueless. So you are doing it, and maybe with try and error, you can figure it out, but it will take you a long time. I like that. I like the idea that you are able to do that, but when you invest points into it, it's so much easier. And that's in every single way in this game. And oh my god, it's absolutely brilliant. I don't know what to tell you about it. When you start the game and you will pick up the first weapon that you will find, some rusty sword or something like that, you are holding it with 2 hands. It's a one-handed sword. You are holding it with 2 hands and you are slashing with it. You are clueless. It's slow. If you swing, you can't really dodge because it's taking long time before you can do that. So you are constantly hit. So it's just painful. And a lot of people would say that this is super sluggish. It's super unresponsive and all of these things. And I agree. But if you will go and invest points into the sword mastery, so you will become better with the sword, you will start to understand. You will learn the first perk as a, handling the one-handed weapons, and you will start holding it with one hand, and you are just now able to use it one hand. And the NPC while you are learning is like, hey, don't clinch on the weapon with all your will. And that's so good. And the better you are with the weapon, the more in points you will invest into it, the better it is, the faster it is, and the more fluid it is, and more tricks you doing that you will start jumping in, that you can parry, you can block, you can do those things when you invest points. That's same with the lockpicking, but it's the same with other stuff as well. You are always struggling with something in the world. You have really problems with the food. If you will learn a little bit about alchemy, you will be able to use those herbs that you are finding, and you will create potions, and you will not have to have so much real meat that is not healing as much, but you will be able to kind of elevate it, and you will solve part of the puzzle for yourself. I really like the approach of the RPG because you are feeling stronger, not just by getting bigger numbers, but also with how quickly and how easy you can solve problems in the world. For example, they added the climbing in this Gothic remake. That was not part of the Gothic before. So now you can learn skill climbing, and there are walls that you can scale. And so you will get to the places that you have not been able to, and you will get loot that you were not supposed to get. Or you will get better in diving if you will invest it. Or you will get acrobatics, which is super cool. For people that played Gothic, they know. For people that have not played the Gothic one, don't know. Acrobatics was an insanely good skill because it allowed you to do dodge roll, but back in the time, it just went crazy. You would jump in front of you and you would go for the barrel roll or roll, and it would be so much quicker than running that everybody would just use this dodge roll to go and move around the world, right? That was the thing. Whenever you played Gothic, you will get acrobatics, and it will be so much faster because you would just jump around like that. And whenever you are approaching the NPC in this Gothic remake, one that's teaching you about acrobatics, your first question is, oh, okay, so I will be quicker with this one? And it's like, oh my god, that's such a bullshit. Like, that's not a thing. You will be able to dodge roll, but it's not faster. And it's like, oh my god, yeah. That's exactly what it is. Like, that's so good. I love it. Also, they changed the armors because before you join one of the camps, and whenever you join and whenever you done all the things that are necessary, you would get the armor, and that would be a huge spike in your survivability. In the new game, in the Gothic 1 remake, right, they change it. Now you will join the camp, you will get the basic armor, and you can upgrade it. You can upgrade your torso, your belt, and also your boots, which is insanely nice. I love that progression. But what I don't like, and I just couldn't figure it out, it's just so weird because you have 6 possibilities of each piece. So for example, torso has 6 pieces, belt has 6 pieces, and boots have 6 pieces, and they are differentiated between what stats are giving you, but also on amount of money you have to invest to get the armor going. But in my mind, there is like torso for 300, and the best one in that is for 800. I would never go for 300 one. It feels scammy. If I would invest 300 coins into it, it's just pointless. I feel like what I will do with that, I would go always for the 800 one. And that's exactly what I've done. I went for the best one all the time. So I skipped those like 4 options that were before that because it felt like meaningless, that I'm putting money into something that is not really cool enough. I would rather see like that you are progressing in the game, that you have to do something to be able to unlock the next rank. Oh, that would be great. Oh, that would be awesome. If I would be able to get only those 200, and if I would, for example, do a quest for the camp, like there would be quests that I have to go slay wolves, or I don't know, something, they'll be like, oh, now you can have the next tier of armor. And I'll be like, oh, nice, that's so cool. Because right now I'm feeling like there is only one option or 2 options. There are 2 variants. One is giving you more edge, damage protection, and one blunt. And you're choosing between those 2 in each of the pieces. The rest is kind of like, I don't know. I don't understand. Maybe someone will min-max this and be like, hey, you are going for 200 for sure because you will sell it later, you will get the money back and something like that. I don't know, but it felt, I was looking at that menu, I was trying to figure it out what to do, and I was like seeing only one option, and it's the going for the best one right from the get-go because it feels that's the most efficient or something like that. I don't know if I would if I like it this way, but I really like the approach. You have a variety in that and you have more progression in the armor. One thing that I have to mention again, and it's just crucial for me to just put it there, is how the world feels. The behaving world against you is so cool because they are translating some of the things into real life that you are struggling with yourself in real life. What do I mean by that is when you approach the new camp, which is one of the camps that you can join, there is a person, right? You are arriving there, you are just nobody, you don't have any clothes, you have basic weapon, you are finding out if you want to join those guys. And there, you will meet the first guy that is like a bandit, and he's someone that already have a rank. He is the guy that is higher than you for sure. He is not the normal peasant that is going around. You're like, oh, you're a new one. All right, welcome to the camp. Hey, you need to fetch 10 water bottles to workers here. It's really necessary. And you're like, okay, that's cool. Okay, I will do that because that will give me the opportunity to rise in the ranks or be seen that I'm helping this community. And maybe someone will be later like, hey, this guy is cool because he helped us. So you're doing it, right? You are going for it. You are picking up the water and you are giving it to the people. But the thing is that I really love is that it is stalling in the game. So you are handing the water. And they are taking it. They are opening it. They are drinking it. So each handing the bottle is like minute. So you will spend like 10 or 12 minutes or something like that just going around and giving the water. Then you return back and fulfilling the quest and he's like, oh, you are good at it. Come back later. You will do it again. And you know exactly what it is. He's just using you. And from that point, he's every time you're going past him, he's like, hey, you... come on, you have to fetch the water again. And they're like, no, I don't want to. And if you do that, he'll attack you. And what is brilliant is that he will swing you one time and you will just fall down. You will just dead, unconscious or whatever, and they can loot you. At that point, you are like, oh, he's a big dog here. He is really like a strong. But when you raise the rank or you're getting stronger, you have a better weapon, better armor, and so on. And then this situation will come again. You will be like, hey, I don't want to do this. And he will start attacking you, but you will kick his ass. He is laying on the ground, you will steal all his stuff, and when he will stand up and you talk to him, one of the choices that you have, you can say, hey, the people are here a little bit parched, you should fetch them water. And he was like, you got to be kidding me. And that's so good. Like you feel in that world, you feel that you raise through the ranks. You feel now that you have influence over other NPCs and you feel good about it. That's a revenge for the last time. And because you invested that real life time to really sit through those cutscenes, giving them the water, and you are in the middle of it and you're like, oh my God, one more water, I can't do it. It's just taking so long. But this is the satisfaction that you will get. And I feel that they nailed this and it's brilliant. I love it. There are a few things that I encountered that I would love to change, and they're kind of small. One thing is the ladder, right? When you are climbing down the ladder, you can hold the shift and you are kind of cruising down. And I hate when you are not cruising to the bottom of it. You are just cruising exactly one step before the end, and he will slow down, step slowly down, and then just start walking away. It's just so painful. Why it's not like sliding down all the way and just continue walking? That break, I don't like it. I don't like it. So hopefully they will change that. One more thing that I would love to add or change is a selling breakdown. What I'm thinking about is when you have multiple items in one stack, for example, full pelt, and you want to sell it to someone, one pelt is, for example, for 4 ore. But when you give him one, it will decrease by 1, for example. So from now on, the pelt is only for 3, or he will take 3 pelts for 4, and then it's for 3. Then the rest will be, and it's going to the 0. And after that, he don't want that. He's like, hey, I have too many pelts. I can get all 20 you have, but it will be for the 0. But you can't really see that breakdown. So you will like, okay, I will sell you all the fur. You will just transfer 20 fur, and you are looking at this, and there is a number 4, like a 4 that you will get like 7 ore for it. And it's like, what? So you have to like manually get them out of that, you know, just to realize. So now you are in that position that you have to sell 1 by 1. Every time you will transfer only 1 to see where is the break point of from 4 to 3, for 2. I don't know. So I would love to see like the menu that you are sliding around, how many you want to sell. There should be the breakdown scene, like where is it? So you would just go around. I was like, oh, this is for 4. Okay, I want to sell this. I don't want to go lower than 3. It would just be so much better. So hopefully they will change that. This is, for me, I think the best quality of life thing that they could do. That's everything for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any recommendations or your own, what you see in the game, let me know down below in the comment section. I would love to see that. Yeah, if you are interested in the game, you would love to try it, I highly recommend it. It's great. It's certainly past the bar that I had for the game from the beginning. If I would love to see Gothic 2, That was my only bar. I want it to be good enough for me to go and be like, hey, do I want to see Gothic 2 remade like this? And I can say yes. I have not completed the game. I still have a lot of content before me, but I can say that I would love to go for the Gothic 2. So for me, it's great. Wait for the few patches or maybe for the sale in the future, but the game certainly look like a great deal and it's enjoyable to play. So yeah, that's it. Thank you very much. Have a great day and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.